gotta get a longer countdown. Hey, guys. I do. It's like I got to. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. What it do, y'all? I got my boy Herc with me. It's Talk to Me Tuesday. Um.
When I have a hood on, it means two things.
Oh Lord. Okay. What does it mean?
I'm gonna be on bullshit,
Oh, not on bullshit.
and there's no telling what may come out my mouth.
Well, that's what Talk to Me Tuesdays is for. Okay, are you drinking anything tonight, Herc? We're gonna get into the drinks. I need to put on like some lipstick or something. I ain't gonna do it tonight.
I'm not gonna drink for the simple fact that when we done, I told myself I'm gonna go to the gym, and I ain't
Oh,
trying to be on the
okay, okay.
I ain't trying to be on the treadmill tipsy.
What we don't need that. Okay, well, I have a lemon drop tonight. Some mango lemon drop. Just put a little mango puree in it. Um, I make my lemon drops with fresh squeezed lemons. Okay, I don't do that sweet and sour stuff that y'all be doing at the bar. I do now. If I'm at a bar and I'm quickly trying to get things done, I might use some lemon juice. But for the most part, your good sis makes the fresh. Okay, I get the fresh lemons and squeeze them. Okay, um, simple
So you
syrup and
what you
vodka.
saying is you a little bougie.
Huh?
You a little bougie.
Mm-mm. And bougie. This is a good. A lemon drop is not a lemon drop unless it is squoze. Okay, it ain't and some with some lemon juice. Okay, I'm just saying. So I'm on Tito's tonight. That's the choice of vodka that I have for my lemon drop. Um, when I first had Tito's, real quick, I used to go to the Den downtown. And it's no longer, it's like a something. I think it's like a chiropractic office now, but my guy Fat Mac used to have like the word, they used to have the word on Monday nights. And then they have used to have Bohemian Wednesdays. On Wednesday nights, I went to the word, but I used to go to Bohemian Wednesdays. And he had a bartender in there that I had never had Tito. Like you know, when you in college, you have like blue top, okay? So you have like blue top. And so we did the and I saw the Tito's and whatever she did with my drink. Let me just say that. I said, sis, I'm good. I don't need no more Tito's. But now Tito's is my kind of go-to now. So here we are. We all Tito'd out. Okay. Uh
I'm gonna say this though,
mhm,
and I had this conversation with a certain individual
mhm.
last week. When you are of a certain age, or a certain lifestyle of money,
Mhm.
you drink certain liquors.
Yeah.
There's never a point at any time over the age of 25 that you should drink any type of Amsterdam, peach,
No, you
like
should
you should not drink any flavor of Amsterdam. Um, I don't like if it's regular Amsterdam flavored. Like at that point, I'm gonna think something's wrong. So
what?
that is
Okay.
as an FYI.
This brings me to a question.
You know,
What is one drink or one liquor that you ain't never touching? Like it's a no-go. I'm never going to do this in my entire life. Like absolutely not.
ever ever again or
Never
ever.
ever again.
Everclear.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
Like ever like so dating myself a little bit. Um it was New Year's Eve of 2010.
Okay.
Um I was home from school. Um didn't really want to go out or I couldn't go out or something happened. So I was in the house celebrating New Year's on my mom. Mama went to bed. Well, we had went to the liquor store. Now, anybody that knows me knows my mom lives in a small town in Mississippi, and they're a dry county. So you had to go across
Oh,
county lines to get liquor and then come back.
they come back. Oh wow. They still have
And
those?
yes,
Hmm.
and FYI, if you are in a dry county and you get caught with liquor, they can technically take the liquor from you and pour it out because you're not supposed to have it.
Right, because it's a dry county.
Because it's a dry county. Anyway, um, I decided that I wanted to I wanted to bring in the new year the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So I mixed Red Bull, Mountain Dew, and Everclear into a bottle and was drinking that. That
Oh,
is the most up down shit I've ever experienced in my
sir.
life.
Wait a
Like I
ho-
was
wait a
high.
minute. Hold on. Time out. Pause, granddad. You did what now?
I mixed Mountain Dew, Red Bull, and Everclear together.
Now, I'm so you're talking to somebody who, when I was an undergrad,
Hmm.
I was drinking folks under the table. I really, really was. Um, and I would now Everclear that puts hair on your chest for real. You know how they say it's gonna put some hair on your chest. That's gonna put some hair on your knuckles. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everclear is basically ethanol. That's all it is. It's just straight ethanol. I so let me tell you what I so Everclear is up there, but that Bad Dog 2020, mm-mm. I would
See,
not never.
Mad Dog wasn't that bad after a while. You
I
got to get the right
only had to
flavor of
do it
Mad Dog.
once. Mm-mm-mm. I only had to do it once. I learned that lesson real quick and fast and in a hurry. I don't need Mad Dog 2020. I'm good. I'm straight.
So there was a trend on TikTok maybe last year,
Hmm.
and it was young people, like 21, 22, and they were like, "Ooh, look at this," and they were holding Mad Dog drinking it. And in the like people in the comments like were like, "Hey, don't drink that.
Don't do it.
Like
Don't do it, Miss Celia. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
you about
Listen,
to go down a downward spiral of
correct. Hi,
calling your
Curtis.
ex, drunk emotions. You about to fight about 4, 5 people. Like, don't do it." And then, so I think, and this is like real big, and I don't know why they were doing this, but they were mixing. I think they were mixing Taylor Port, Mad Dog, and Honey Packs. Don't ask me why. The
Wait a minute.
Lions are.
If you drink those things together, you will fight. You will fight in an alley a whole gang of folks. Like what possessed you to say Taylor Port and Mad Dog with the honey? Who said that was a good?
Well,
Nope.
no, because last year they were mixing Taylor Port, Hennessy, and Honey Patch together.
Now let me say this. I'm going to say this. All right. I have created, and I probably haven't created it, but I have mixed. I call them Henny Ports. Okay, where I mix the Taylor Port and the Hennessy together, and I have strawberry Henny Ports. That let me tell y'all something. That strawberry Henny Port hit real nice. Okay, but I'm not mixing that with no Mad Dog 20. I'm not doing that. It's just
Now,
something I ain't doing.
I'm slightly intrigued
Are you?
about. I'm slightly intrigued by this strawberry Henny Port.
Strawberry Henny Port. It's amazing.
I've never had Taylor Port because I've heard like when you I just heard different things about Taylor Port. And I wasn't really just like, nah, I don't think I need to
Yeah,
be in
you
this.
said no, I'm good, dog. I'm straight.
But I was in the liquor store the other night, and I was like, you know what? And I was surprised when because it caught me off guard. I was on the phone with some of my friends, and I was like, hey, would y'all judge me if I bought this bottle of hypnotic?
Hold on. Say that one more time.
I was like, would y'all judge me if I bought this bottle of hypnotic?
I
And they
wouldn't
were
judge
like,
you
are you trying
out
to have an incredible
loud.
hope?
Hmm?
It was like, I was like, are you trying to make an incredible hope? Like, what do you do? And I was like, well, maybe. But I ended up not getting the hypnotic. I ended up getting uh, uh, some type of. Oh, I bought some Ciroc VSOP. Is what I bought.
Mm, okay. Okay. Well, I do want to hear people's drunk. I'm gonna do a stitch, and I want to hear people's drunk stories. I really do because I think those are fun. I want mean drunk stories. I want fun drunk stories. I want crazy drunk stories. I want drunk stories where you fell out in the bushes after brunch. Those
Got
are the
one.
drunk. Yo, do you? Okay, here we go.
All right, so 30th birthday. Um, I just so 25, 30, and 35 are memorable because I don't remember.
Well, I mean,
Um,
if you drinking, you're not supposed to remember.
so for 25, I was like, hey, you only live once. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to take 25 shots. Now, granted, I was fine the first 10. When we got to 15,
You're a little ambitious, Brand.
they switched the liquor.
Okay, wait a minute, wait. Whoa. What did you start off with?
Clear.
And they switched it to dark or
Yes.
tequila? Okay, dark.
Dark.
Okay.
Everything after shot 16 is a blur. Don't remember it. Like from what like to this day, I still hear stories like, hey, you remember when you at that party and um a girl came in. Um I really didn't
No,
at the
he
time.
might not have believed. He probably believe in it. The people who switched his drink didn't believe in alcohol poisoning.
Like the story goes so the last thing I remember is taking shots. I walked outside of because I was standing in the townhouse at Mark. I remember walking outside to somebody like because we had like a whole house party, people coming in and out. I remember walking outside because I got hot and I was greeting folks. A girl I used to work with came in and was like, it's your birthday. I said, yeah, I invited you, it's my birthday. She was like, I'm gonna make sure you had the best birthday of your life. I said, hey, I don't know what that means, but my wife in there, so I don't know what the hell that means. And she was like, I don't really give a damn. I I said, oh, okay. Walked past her, threw up. Came back in the house. I was like, I got the liquor out of my system because I just threw it up. Then they tell me the girl walks up to me, kisses me in front of my ex-wife, and dares her to go, what's up? I remember nothing after that. I just remember she was she's gonna take 40 shots. I guess I'm not.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
If I take look, if I take 40 shots, if I attempt to take 40 shots, you as my brother are supposed to stop me
I really
and
feel like
tell me,
y'all
hey
should
fool, you
like
are 40.
be close to him at the 40th. I really feel like y'all
They're not gonna let me do that. They're not gonna let me do that.
Curtis, don't let him.
They're no. Curtis may encourage it. My tell my so I'm gonna tell you who's gonna encourage it. Curtis my 10, my 12, and my 8s are all gonna encourage. Hey, go ahead, Herc. You can do it.
Hi.
But everybody else is gonna say, hey, you a grown ass man. We not picking your ass up. I
Well,
wouldn't do
that's
that if
what
I was you.
Curtis just said. Curtis said he's going to make you a pellet on the floor and he's going to move on. He said he's not picking you up. He said he's not picking you up.
I am not that ambitious anymore.
We're
Um,
glad.
like I can drink, but 40 shots.
That's too
So
much.
my 35th birthday, there's a place on it's off Poplar over there by right before you get to it's right off Sam Cooper and what's that street? Walnut Grove. But anyway, it's called a Gavos. Agave. Yeah, Gavos.
Walnut Grove over there behind the
Uh-huh.
library. Okay, yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
So they have, and it's the first time I had them, they give you um they give you these flights of tequila shots. It's 6 tequila shots. That's 5 or 6 tequila shots.
Okay, okay.
And now it's my birthday. So ex girlfriend buys the first flight. Knock it out. I'm good. My homeboy, who's also my coworker, says, "Hey, it's your birthday. Turn up." He buys another flight. Lets no one help me. Right.
So
So
at
now
this point, we're at
we
12
at 12.
shots.
We at 12. Right. My best friend says, "Hey, I don't know. It's your birthday. I don't know what the hell you want, but now you gotta take the shot." So we take an individual shot. Right. So that's 13. My homeboy's wife says, "Herc, you look fine. You don't look drunk." Orders another flight. I drank that one, right? So we're at 19. Ex-girlfriend's god brother comes in because he came late. You been drinking?
We're
Yeah.
not doing. I just feel like once you get a certain age, you can't do too much.
They buy another flight. Then my homeboy sister says, you don't like, I feel like you can do another one. So she buys another one. So right now we're at 30. And I'm like, well, bro, like I've already taken 30 shots. We might as well go ahead and go for the gusto, right? What's 5 more? So then the bartender who's been watching this the whole time
Then put some more.
asks, he goes, is he
Curtis!
driving?
Curtis!
He says, is he driving? My ex goes, no. Cool. He sends another flight to the table. So I take those 5. So now we at 35. Then my god brother comes in, who also came late. He's like, well, I don't really give a fuck about none of that. Here's another shot. I got to the car by the grace of God.
Not by the grace of God. Ah, yes, God.
Could not walk. Could not see straight.
I bet
Got to the car, got in the back seat, got a half a mile down the street, said, hey, pull the car. There's that Valero gas station right before you turn on National.
Mm-hmm.
I go in a parking lot. I threw up in a parking lot and left. Fell asleep the whole ride home.
I bet you did.
Woke up the next day, and my boss had called me. He's like, "Hey, I heard you had a time last night. You weren't coming to work today, was you?" I said, "I legit didn't plan on it, but if you need me to come, I can." He's like, "No, stay your drunk ass in the bed.
Correct. Nobody needs you
next
throwing
week."
up. Yeah. Don't nobody need you throwing up at work.
Yeah.
This is crazy, man. We finna get into these topics because I can talk drunk stories all night. I really can.
You should legit do an episode on drug stories.
I think we should do that. I also have other stories as well, like edible stories.
Oh no, real quick. So was chilling with my people and had an edible. They gave me an edible and it was supposed to be it was 40 milligrams, I think.
Mhm.
I didn't know um that I saw two of them start I saw them stuck together, but I was like, yeah, whatever.
It's two.
It's two. So I take both of them.
Ah!
I took the edibles at 7 o'clock.
Mhm. Mhm.
At 8:30, there's video of me standing over the sink
No.
in a daze. And they was like, Herc, you good? I said, no. I was like, is everything sounds loud. He was like, what? I said, I don't know why, but everything sounds loud. I'm high as hell. So how many gummies did you take? And I was like, well, it was two of them stuck together. You took both of them? Yeah.
That's
Oh,
80
nigga,
milligrams, my guy. What?
you're not coming down forever. So it's like, okay, go, because I guess whenever you high, if you go eat, supposedly if you eat a popsicle, it's supposed to calm you down. Eat a popsicle, put your hand up here. It's supposed to calm your high down.
Really?
That shit did not work.
No, because ain't nobody heard of that. Who said that?
So the popsicle works. I've
For
seen it work.
who?
I don't know, but I've
My
heard it work.
God.
Um, Ninja was take this time.
Hey, we gonna talk about that. I think I got another idea for an episode. We gonna see. All right, we're gonna get into these topics tonight. As y'all know, this is a podcast. We talk about a little bit of everything, but for all intents and purposes, we really talk about relationships and relationship topics. I like to hear a male's point of view. Um, and we want you guys to comment, join in on the comments. If y'all got a drink, get your drink and sip, sip, sip. Okay. Um, water, waterade. Okay. So first up, I'm gonna switch these up real quick. We're gonna start with deal breakers in relationships. That's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna start there and then we're gonna work our way up. So a lot of people have hangups about a lot of different things. We talked about the pop the balloon thing last week. I saw that the live on Netflix. Mm, it's not giving what I needed to give.
Yeah, folks said it when folks said when they brought it to Netflix, they ruined it.
How
And they said when it came to Netflix, they ruined it.
I really feel like um it's watered down. But those people still have hangups, and their hangups are, I get it. So, what are deal breakers for you guys? That's what I want to know. Like, what is something that's an absolute no? I'm not getting in. Oh, here we go. Darth Vader. Come on. Come on.
I lack of communication,
Okay.
lack of sex,
Oh, okay. Definitely that.
no sense of humor,
Okay.
too damn serious,
Oh, wow.
and I would probably go lack of. I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna say lack of this. I'm gonna say no sense of humor, and I'm gonna say uh bad hygiene.
Yeah, I mean, if you got bad hygiene, you don't need to be dating nobody. If your teeth nasty, if you stink, Now we all stink, but if you don't know how to get in the shower and put some soap to your behind, that's a deal breaker. There should definitely be a deal breaker. Like good hygiene is a must. Okay. Um, Interesting. Um, my deal breakers, and I have relaxed certain things over the years because I felt like I might have been too hard on a brother here or there, but I don't think I'm doing it no more. Um, I have to. We gotta laugh. It has to be. You gotta have a sense of humor. I have to. If you make me laugh, you probably could be ugly as sin. I'm lying. I'm lying. But if you, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. But if you, if you, um, if you can make me laugh and you have a personality, if we can talk, I love connecting with people, right? So if I can talk to you, do what that song, your mine, ours. If I can talk to you for hours and it's like
Nah.
time having passed away, that's me, right? But if we sit on the phone and it's crickets, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You're not interesting. Nah, what we doing? I'm confused. Um,
That's
I do,
interesting.
huh?
That's real interesting.
Why you said it?
Because beta's not my beta, it's gonna be my beta mate that don't know it's it. Um, like the very first conversation we had off rip was 3 hours.
Yeah,
Then we took like there's like a I guess like an intermission. Then there was another 5 hour conversation.
yeah,
And then the next day it was another 5 hour conversation.
yeah,
And every conversation since then has been at least 2 hours.
yeah.
And you would figure like, okay, well, like damn, like what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like to me, communication is important to the fact where like if we can you could always find something to talk about.
Absolutely. I mean, man, we got wig in there in the office at the house that is white. We got we got at the house that is white. We have we got China over here saying, "Hey man, all y'all favorites is y'all done paid all this money for this stuff. It costs $10. Here go the site to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's plenty to talk about. It's a lot of things to talk about. Uh, Views. I feel like the song "Let's Take a Long Walk," "A Long Walk" by Jill Scott. You can talk about anything. You have feelings. You got views. It's different topics you can discuss. Like it's not it to me. I feel like you should be able to connect with your mate. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to talk, but I like to talk. If that makes sense. So I'm gonna talk. If we vibing on conversation, you got me. If you can make me laugh, you got me. If you super serious, let me tell y'all something. This guy, I went out on a date with this dude. I think this is when I decided nobody can pick me up from my house unless we go together for real. Because please, thank you, Herc. Please drop your relationship deal breakers in the comments. We want to read them. Um, First of all, this is at around the time where where what is it to the left? Beyonce,
Irreplaceable.
irreplaceable. When this man, we sitting in the car and irreplaceable comes on the radio, and this man turns it up and says, "That's my song." I knew then, sir, this is not gonna work.
Wait a minute.
That's my song.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That
You gotta
man
give it. You
said.
you got. There has to be a backstory behind it. Like he has to be like a Beyonce fan.
That man
He,
said, "That's my song. That's my song." I said, sir, that's whose song? That's my song. Why is that your song? You a whole
Right.
dude out here in these streets. Why is that your song? That man said, oh, me and my homeboys just sit around and we sing this song. You and your homeboys. I said, yeah, this should have been I drive myself to meet you because during the day, I already knew this was going to be something. Now, maybe my brother was closeted at the time. I don't know. And I have nothing against, okay, the alternative lifestyles. However, no. Yeah, that's when I decided. First couple of dates, I'm going to meet you there. No, sir, I'm not getting in your car.
Now, now, granted, there are a couple songs that us as men will sing out loud, full chest. Irreplaceable is not one of them songs. Now, had you said When I See You by Fantasia,
I mean,
oh,
that's like an anthem for
that,
us black people.
that shit come on.
That's like an anthem. But like, man, you singing Irreplaceable, fool. I'm talking about he knew all the way to the left, to the left. I was like, oh my God.
He probably knew the dance too. A man that want to compete with me. No, okay, wait. All right, so I need that explained because it's a lot of
I do want to
folks.
know that.
It's a lot. It's a lot of folks calling guys zesty and sassy. So
I
when you say
did call
compete with
somebody.
you,
I did say
what does
there
that
was
mean?
zesty Negroes out there, and there are. That's not a lie. So for me, the competing is it is some zesty Negroes out there. Really zesty Negroes are out in the atmosphere. Uh, so I so for competition purposes, now I like friendly competition, right? But when it gets to the point where you're jealous of me, so for instance, I've always been a person who I'm gonna support. I'm a supporter, right? So like if you got something that did you say, babe, this is what I want to do, I got you. I'm gonna support you. What we need to do to make it happen, right? If your
Right.
dream take off before mine take off, I'm not gonna be upset and jealous because you are doing your thing. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be proud of you. I'm gonna, babe, that's my day. I'm gonna be, hey, y'all see my babe out here doing blah 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 blah. But a lot of people, and I think she's explaining it, like when men want to know about what you do and your ambitions, they will try to out their accomplishments or downplay where a woman is. And like I've seen guys downplay women. I have seen that. Um and I see a lot of that, right? Um and it's not cool. Like if you are my mates and we are together, I'm gonna support what you got going on. I expect the same love and support. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect that. If we got dreams and aspirations, I think the goal of the family or the unit or whatever y'all got going on should be the goal at the time. And you should be successful. I know somebody who she's a successful woman. So any dude she get with, that man tells her dreams, his dreams and aspirations, she's gonna make sure, hey babe, what we need to do, she's gonna support it and bring that person to where they need to be so that dream and that aspiration can happen. You get what I'm saying? Let's do what is it gonna take to get you to that next level, right? I've always been a believer in that, and I've always been a believer in if I got your back, I got your back. There
Right.
are a lot of people who don't though, and I see that with men and women.
So I feel like in the that I feel like in the talking that starts in the talking phase.
It does.
Like as you're talking to your potential person or mate or whatever y'all or situationship, whatever you want to call it. That I feel, so when you're talking, they tell you or they show you they slick hate, but because you like them or you digmatize or Gucci good, whichever one, or you refuse to see it, you look past it.
We do.
Um,
We do.
I'll say so. Like I'm never gonna downplay anybody's accomplishments. Um, because like if you took time out of your life to do X, Y, Z, then that you proud of that. So and if I'm your person, I'm trying to get with you and talk to you. Um, then that I should be proud of you. The red flag is
I love her name, a Honda Accord. Yes, I love it. Okay, the red flags be Six Flags. What are the Six Flags? I want to know what your Six Flags. That's what we need to call it. Not red flags. We need to call it Six Flags. What are your Six Flags? Oh my God. I definitely want to know that. I do think that we overlook red flags. I think we
we
do.
most definitely do.
Because you have the honeymoon phase, right? So you had a honeymoon phase, it's all googly eyes and ooh, I really like him, or ooh, I really like her, or she got a fat, or ooh, he got a big, we get, matized by something, if that makes sense.
Fat asses don't do it for me no more.
it it don't. Have we
Mm-mm.
matured?
No, so I've never been an ass man. I've
Okay,
always
you've
been
never been
very
that. What
fond of.
what are you, Herc? What are you?
I'm a so if
You
you
like breasts?
if you got breasts and some decent sized thighs, you cool with me.
Okay, you a breast and a thigh man. Okay, Popeyes. Listen, they do. They overlook the issues and keep on keeping on anyway till it ain't okay.
Yes, I like titties.
He does. Okay, breasts and thighs. Okay. So I want to hear more people's deal breakers. I do, or red flags, or the Six Flags, as we calling them. I want to know what that is. You know what? I do not like. Um, I don't like negativity. If you negative all the time, bruh, like you ain't got one happy moment in your life, all your life you had to fight. I can't. I don't want none of that. No.
So so my homeboy had a friend. Well, I had a homeboy. Um, that we would talk on a date, like on a regular basis. Like we would talk,
Ooh.
hang out, all that. Too many baby
Ooh.
mamas. All right, what's too many baby mamas? That's a
I
good.
think two
I'm,
is too many. Go ahead. What's too many, baby?
what's too many? That's too many baby mamas. Um. So, but no. So we would talk, text, we kick it, whatever. But every time we would talk, it was never anything positive.
Two plus. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. I can rock with that. Like two is kind of. Well, okay. So what if you got? What if you got? Is there such thing as too many baby mamas? I mean, too many baby daddies.
Yeah. Ah! Them
Or
hotel brothers.
Grand
Grand
Rising Queen,
rises. I ain't no
Grand
biscuit.
Rising Queen. Man, shut the fuck up.
I think there is a such thing as too many baby mamas and too many baby daddies. Now let me say this in the baby mama baby daddy situation. I feel like um if somebody has a hold of that situation, and a hold meaning if everybody as adults have come together, and in their coming together they have decided to be adults about the situation. For me, I don't care who you date. I don't. That ain't none of my business because we are no longer dating. We are no longer together. We didn't got a divorce. We have separated. We have parted ways. So I don't feel any type of ways about whoever you dating as long as when it's time to take care of the business, when it comes to the kid, the business is taken care of. That's the type of baby mama I am. Okay. However, there are some who have hangups about certain things. They be all in your business. They want to know who you dating and that sort of thing. And they try to use the kid as a crutch. There are baby daddies that do that too because they trying to keep tabs on what the baby mama is doing. So yes, I think it's on both sides. It absolutely is a too many situation. Um, but we as grown people, as adults, as mature individuals, we should be able to have conversations that says, hey, is at some point it has to be about your kid and your kid only so that you can move forward and move on. So that's my thought behind it.
I think so. I think I'm glad I have a different curse. Um, my baby mama don't care. Well, neither one of my baby mamas care.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I do, who I talk to, as long as the check clear, them kids taken care of,
It might say
they
as
good.
long as the chusup is paid.
So I'm fortunate. Now, granted, we've had our situations where I'm like, hey, let me do the X, Y, Z, and then they be bullshitting. But for the most part, they cool. I don't have no problem.
Um, I don't do disrespect. I don't. Um, I really don't do disrespect. And that's disrespect towards me, towards my kids, towards my mama. I don't do. If you being disrespectful and you ain't got no reason to come out of character or assert yourself in such a way, I don't like it. I hate disrespect. If I'm giving you respect, I expect the same respect. So for me, disrespect is a deal breaker. Like I'm done, I'm through, right? Um, I feel like people only have baby daddy, baby mama drama when they are bitter and immature. Absolutely. Everybody has to be adults. It ain't about you no more. You done had these little human beings. Y'all didn't work out. It's over now. So, hey, do what you got to do for the children. It ain't work out for you. Let it go. I'm a firm believer in that. Let it go. Period.
If
Um,
y'all if y'all don't know what I spelled, it was FTK.
ah, you know, I don't know if there was a song prior to this song I'm about to mention. I think this was the original F those kids song. I
Mm-hmm.
Wish by Carl Thomas. That man said she chose to stay at home so they could be a family. That man said, but what about me? But
That,
what about me?
that, that is the most that is one of them toxic um that's one of them toxic R&B songs that everybody knows and you sing with your chest. But when you actually sit back and listen to it, you be like, nigga, no, let that woman go home to her family. She like y'all had y'all little fling is over. Let that woman go home to her family. She don't want you.
No, she okay. So hold on, because we finna real quick.
She chose to stay.
Man,
Hey,
at home so they could be a
be a
family.
family. It don't matter. She was unhappily married. Let that woman go home to her husband.
Unhappily married with children. That man found out he was a side piece and she wasn't leaving her husband all in the same song.
You know who else has toxic you know who else has a toxic ass song?
Who?
Mario Wine.
Ooh.
Cause I wanna know. Don't. I wanna know. Cause you're not gonna play at my
Ooh.
face. Hell no.
Bruh. I don't wanna know.
Leave me alone. I wanna know. Leave me alone. I don't wanna know
That fool said, I don't wanna know. Come on.
if you playing me, keep it on the low.
Keep it on the low. Wait a minute.
And then on top
I
of
love
that,
it.
she done did the shit before. Cause you said the shit.
Correct.
You
Oh,
said the
hold
shit in the
on.
song.
Hey, you know
She
what?
ain't
Let me
shit.
tell you something, Herc. We're gonna do an episode of toxic song. It's a lot of them out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm specifically this song right here. This man said, "Long days and nights we spent until she dropped the bomb on me."
Now, hold on, but now I got questions. How are you able to spend long
How
days and
Sway?
nights?
How Sway? How you spending long days and nights?
And you got now, maybe he got a little money, maybe they
How
had a
was it?
nanny,
Was he out of
but
town? Was the nanny with the kids? Like, I have questions. You know? Because not only did
like,
he say F them kids, but she also said F them kids because while my husband is out of town on a business trip, I'm spending long days and nights with this man. Listen. Listen. Listen.
fuck that. You spend days and nights with this man? Then
Until
you
she
tell
dropped
him,
the bomb on me. That
hey,
man
you
said, I found out I was a side piece. And then he had to sing It's Morning. And now it's time for us to say goodbye. Goodbye, baby.
no. The ultimate simp ass song.
Okay.
And it's not even it's the song, but it's more the interlude. When that man from Boys to Men
Not at the end of the
goes,
road.
when that man goes, I saw you with that other fella. I
I
just
didn't
didn't
care.
care. Man, you know,
I didn't care. Hi, Curtis.
I don't want none of that.
Hi,
Wait,
Curtis.
why would you bring Kurt? Okay.
Curtis said,
Why is Curtis here?
I'm ready to be messy.
he said he
Why
want to be
aren't you supposed to be
messy.
at work?
No, he's off.
First of all, it's Tuesday. Second of
Mm.
all, if you had been paying attention to me earlier this week, I informed you, yes, round ass you, that I will be off this week on vacation.
Oh, so I get to get on your nerves tomorrow and Thursday.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
okay.
My God, my God. This is all the way up. I want to hear all of this mess that's about to take place. Okay, hey guys.
Hey guys.
We have Curtis that has joined us, who is also the line brother of Herc, who has also been my friend for
Bye.
100 years.
You know?
All right. So, Honda Accord said she put it on him. That's why he didn't want to know. That's why Mario Winans didn't want to know. And that's why Mike in Boys to Men didn't care. Okay.
I don't
They're gonna
look.
do
I
about it.
don't. If you had that type of a JJ that is gonna have me talking about, I knew you were cheating on me and I just didn't care.
I
Or
just
With
I
didn't
don't want
care.
to know. I don't
with
want it.
background singers. With them doo
Right.
wopping in the back.
Right?
I'm talking about full just
One guy over there
harmon.
moving his head like this, like,
Yeah,
like,
it was nasty. Nasty.
they back in the backs to come back, come back, come back, oh back, come on.
Leave
Negative.
that toxic ass woman alone. That's called sunshine. Hell, I don't want it.
Sunshine. Oh, when that man picked up the phone, said, "Put your mama on the phone." Put your mama on the phone. I ain't never coming back
I ain't
home.
never coming back. Look, see, that's the type of stuff. Don't give me none of that. Keep that away from me because it. Look, I am not emotionally stable enough to handle if you were to put something like that on me, and then I found out that you get like
You gonna be
legit.
hiding in the bushes, Herc.
I look. I know people that know people.
Then
We can
know
make
people
niggas
who know
disappear.
people.
We the people I know make people disappear. You'll never see them again. And
Yeah.
if I mm-mm.
Okay, this is, I guess it's going to link up to the topic that Faith was talking about anyway. Like, why would somebody allow that type of person to be on their list?
'Cause it's good. They are hypnotized by the thought of never losing that feeling ever again, or even if that person ain't shit.
Oh yes, because
That's that,
we have a
that
lot of us in our dating histories have dealt with people who ain't shit. Absolutely.
it's that, and I also feel like society society and social media is kind of teaching people who are dating, hey, it's better to have a piece of a person than be lonely at all.
Let me say y'all something.
My
'Cause
God, no, no, sir. No, sir.
no, I don't want a
No,
piece of
Hey,
sir.
nothing. I want
No,
all. I
sir.
want the whole.
I'm telling you,
No,
No,
sir.
no,
hey,
no,
I'm
no,
telling
no.
y'all,
No,
they
sir.
folks are like, it's it's there's two extremes. Either I'd rather have a piece of a person than be by myself, or I'm completely healed. I'm not putting up with no bullshit. I'd rather be 85 with six cats and I'll be
Yeah, I'm
happy.
allergic to those.
And those are like the two, like then there's the middle ground where people got a little sense and they trying to make it through, which is where, most everybody kind of is, but those are the two extremes. Either you heal and you not let nobody disturb your peace, or you know what? I'd rather have a piece of this person because think
But
think
wait,
think
the
think
person who
about
filled and don't want their piece disturbed, can we have them traveling? The cat thing is just not. It doesn't work for me.
you can be like
In
you
my
can be
areas in my
traveling
life.
like but you are that in tune with your piece. But think about
You know, cats.
so okay, I'm gonna take you back 5 years ago. What was one of the number one songs that every female sang with their whole chest?
That Megan Thee Stallion song,
Mm-mm.
Hot Girl
Well, but
Summer, 5 years ago, yeah.
well, but it was a scissor song.
A what? Scissor song?
Oh, you talking
Hmm.
about
Oh,
the
yeah.
weekend?
Yeah.
Sang that shit with
Oh,
their whole chest. It was out here proud.
I ain't
My
never been
man is my
that
man, your man is my man.
far. Mm-mm.
Really?
Do y'all
We
not
we
understand that's how
we
disease
and
spread?
then and then so you had
That's how a lot of
scissor,
shit spread. Spread like mayonnaise and butter.
right? You had
Right.
scissor.
You're gonna have
Beans
to
and
put
You had
mayonnaise
disease.
and butter on it to cool it down.
old girl on Scandal. She was a side chick,
She was a side chick.
like
Kerry
side chick
Washington was a side chick?
in Scandal. She
You ain't
was. She
never
was
seen
Oh yeah, it's
Scandal?
scandal. Okay, I thought you meant in real
Not in
life.
real life,
no, no, no,
Curtis.
not in real life. No, no,
Oh
no.
my God.
But
I was
it's
about to
Carrie
be
would
saying something.
never.
but being a being, right, and then before that, like being a side chick was glorified, but before being a side chick was glorified, being a side dude was glorified. Let me be boyfriend number two.
I have
But
men that still say
Let me
that.
be your slacker belly.
hold up though. So Herc just gave an explanation I don't agree with, that he said that people are choosing extremes. Either you're gonna be a cat daddy, cat lady, or you
I'm
gonna
not ever
be
gonna be a cat lady.
or you just gonna be with somebody just to be with somebody. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna turn it right back on you. And I know this your show, Faith, and I respect that. Like, I gotta ask this question though. Like, how do you say that when? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your relationships. If you pick the best in people, you're not with these people anymore because of the worst that was in them or the worst that was in you. So would you consider that an extreme, or are you able to pick the best out of those relationships, and that's what you're looking for your wholeness? I don't think it's always have everything to do with an extreme. And I'm speaking I'm speaking as a father, how he would want his daughter to be looking for a relationship because she is growing up in this time. Like, I don't she doesn't need to be with anybody, and she doesn't need to be by herself. But she does, because of who my daughter is, I know that she needs someone, she doesn't have to be extreme to do it. And I know that you said that it was based on the age of social media, and she is influenced by that to
Yeah,
an
I think a
extent.
lot of people are.
Right. Yet I'm a traditionalist when it comes to relationships. I know how to sit down and leave my phone at the house and go out on a date with my wife and talk to her. I know how to do that without social media or phone being in my hand. So I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. I love courting, and I still court my
Well,
wife.
people don't know how to do that, Curtis.
They
Let me
don't.
tell you something, because you has been married for 100 years. Listen, the
102.
people don't know how to date. Folks don't know what that means. People just want to jump in the bed. And then they say
Mm,
they go together or they don't go together, or well, now it's a situationship, or now I don't really know about you, or well, now it's crazy. When I tell you there is pee and shit in the dating pool, I mean that wholeheartedly. It's a whole bunch of unhealed people out here trying to be with folk instead of trying to be whole within themselves and happy with themselves, so that they can be whole and better for another person or partner.
right,
That's what we are. People don't even know what it means to go out on a date. Everybody want to talk about what a woman just want to go out to get for a free meal, and women do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Women do go out just to get a free meal as a whole, especially if they don't like Ray Ray. They really, you don't talk to Ray Ray on the phone, you really ain't feeling Ray Ray. But Ray Ray asks you out, and you know what? I always wanted to try this restaurant. So let me and let me try this restaurant with Ray Ray. I really don't like him, right? Or dudes, so you can get some, you play a game so that you can get what you want in that moment instead of really getting to know somebody. And a lot of people, I think people, when you meet people, they are not always for sexual consumption or relational situations. They could just be friends. And people don't, we looking for the next thing we can get into or
right,
jump on. You
right.
get what I'm saying?
Instead of just social monogamy,
They don't know what.
they they want they want to eat the draws. That is no better way to put that.
Yeah.
And it's so dangerous because you're really not. uh, True story. Me, there's no way in the world that I look back at how I courted my wife all the time. There's no
Yeah.
way in the world that woman should have married me. No way in the world, because I didn't know her. I didn't
Right.
choose to know her. The only thing I knew is that I could look into her eyes and I knew that I loved her. That's all I knew.
Hi, Eddie.
Eddie,
He said the dating pool is a poorly produced reality show. Fight, sex,
it is.
substances, and yeah,
It is.
and lies. Absolutely.
It is. It
It's
is. And
a mess.
they get off on it. But
Yeah.
it's so, like, the way I look at my children now, it's like, man, I lucked I lucked out. Like, or I was blessed, however, whatever spiritual realm you want to look at it. There's no way in the world I should have married my wife. None. but she accepted me at the time, little 17-year-old kid for who I was, right? I'm cool with that now. But when I look back on it, I reflect on it like weekly. Like, why did she choose me type of thing. It's when you in a relationship, because you're wanting to be related to somebody in that space,
Yeah.
you have to take time to at least learn their last name. Maybe the
Their
last four of their
middle
social
name.
security number. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. They
Maybe.
birthday.
Maybe if they do drugs. I don't know. I'm just saying. They may smoke or something. You may
Uh,
not like that.
uh,
I don't know. Like you have to take the time to get to
Oh
know
wow.
somebody. What they say, my my deal breaker.
ma- explain. You gotta explain that.
I do
That-
want to know what that means.
hey, that speaks for itself, really.
They don't know their social security. It
They
is
don't
the
know
people that
that.
don't know their own social security number. You still got to call
Eight
your mom
months
for your
back to
social and you
time.
ground something wrong. They someone with substance in this time is an I can't pronounce that word right now. Anomaly.
Anomaly.
Um, I think it's possible, but I think we have to slow down. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Amen.
Yeah, it's possible, but we have to slow down. We can't be so quick to do certain things before it's time to do them. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Everything is
Yeah.
so sexually charged. Everything is
I
so
will.
I gotta have this, I gotta have that.
I will say this though. I am actually learning in this season of dating and um
Faith, don't listen to these lies. Don't
I'm not
listen to
lying.
don't listen to these lies, Faith.
Y'all have to see the dynamic between these two on a regular basis. It's
I'm
hilarious.
not lying. Well, I am learning that it is
Mm-hmm.
okay
Mm-hmm.
to take your time and not rush into stuff.
Absolutely.
Head, head within a week. Head within a week. That's what we want. Hurt. That's your maybe taking because it's not 3 days or 2 days. Maybe they is taking your time. I feel you, my boy. Keep going, Faith. I'm sorry.
A week, it was longer than that. It
Wait.
It was longer than that, Curtis.
was longer than that.
I don't need to know how long it was,
Like
but it was longer than
and
that,
if we and
Curtis.
if and, and if we're being honest, I waited to even tell y'all about it.
Faith, continue your show, Faith. I don't have time for his.
I'm just
You know?
saying.
Okay. We'll go to this next topic, Lord Jesus. Hold on, let me pull it up. All right. So real quick, and I have a story behind this, and we gonna tread lightly. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
should family be a determining factor? And Curtis, you really can speak to this in who you choose as your mates. I'm gonna let y'all go first.
I'm gonna let Curtis go first.
Cause come on, Curtis, what you get?
Um, in the I'm gonna say yeah, no.
You know.
Yeah, no. Okay, so was my mother looking out for my best interest because she didn't know Rashida? Absolutely. That's what mothers are
Chris said
supposed.
yes.
That's
Okay, go ahead.
respect. That's what mothers are supposed to do, right?
Mhm.
Uh, however, did my mother also not see what Curtis saw in Rashida? Absolutely. So and that's my own mother. I'm not even
Yeah,
talking about my other 11 siblings or like cousins or even her side, just my own mother.
yeah,
So I think that you can go to them for the advice that you need, but not when it comes to ultimately making the decision because you are the one that has to live, sleep, eat,
live with
dress,
that decision.
and take
Absolutely.
care of this potential person for the rest of y'all life.
Yeah,
So you can get the advice, but you have to choose as a person should it be the pinnacle of the advice that you need to make the decision on, yes, I should be with this person. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna say no.
Probably the
What?
same thing, you know. You
Um,
know.
should they have a some type of everybody's gonna have their opinion.
Everybody's always gonna
Um,
have an opinion. Opinion is like
everybody,
an asshole.
right? They're
Everybody
gonna have
has
their
one.
opinion.
Maybe
But
everybody has
like Curtis said, at the end of the day, it's what you decide to deal with
right.
that person. Now, granted, and I'll take Curtis for example. Um, to me personally, because I value my brother's opinion, I'm gonna go to my brother and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Or what do you think about this person for me? And he's gonna give me his honest feedback. Um, and then it's up to me to say, "Okay, thanks, brother," and listen to him, or say, "I don't feel that way," and do what I want to
Right.
do. I do also feel like when you get when you start to evolve, there's a certain thing is involving family and then involving family too much.
Yeah.
Because as you start to involve family too much, um, they get this different. They see things from a different point of view.
Right.
They see things that you don't see, but then they also develop like if y'all are always arguing and you always run into them for
They
arguments
they
and stuff like
develop
that,
opinions about that
they
person.
develop opinions
Mhm.
and those opinions do not change.
They don't.
I'm about I'm about nine. No, you know what? I'm about 75% sure that most of my ex's parents still like me to a certain extent. Because you know, we kept them for the most part out of the relationship.
Yeah.
Now there were times where we was like, hey, we got to involve them for whatever reason, but for the most part, they don't have an issue with me because I've always been a cool dude. I've always been a great, provider, dad, whatever. Um, but if I hadn't been, they be like, why are you still with that nothing ass nigga? Why, like, what is it about
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
that you can't let go? And you see it all the time. Like these people be in these relationships and they don't talk to their mom, they don't talk to their dad because their partner or spouse doesn't like their family.
For
So
whatever
you take
reason.
right, I would take it into consideration, but at the end of the day, it's my decision. Like if and then you gotta kind of let your family live with their decision. Like
Yeah.
if that person legit is not for me, it's gonna come out, and I'm eventually gonna see it.
Mhm.
It may take me a while, but eventually I'm gonna see it. Then it's on me to make the decision.
Yeah.
I don't stop doing this or whatever.
So for me, I say yes and no. Um,
Consensus.
I say yes and no. On
Yeah.
the yes side, I will say, of course, people who have there are family members, there are friends that have your best interest at heart. They may see something that you can't see because a lot of times, especially when we're in that honeymoon phase in a relationship, you have rose-colored glasses on, so you don't see all of the BS that is probably on its way. You don't necessarily pay attention to. You might see the red flags, you ain't paying attention to the red flags. So what I will say is that a lot of times when we involve others in our business, you open up that door for judgment, if that makes sense. Now, there are certain situations where judgment needs to happen and somebody needs their tail beat or whatever. Okay. I'm not talking
Are,
about
are,
those situations.
are you
And
speaking of solicited or unsolicited?
I'm saying it might not be solicited from the party involved, but some things, some people need to be dragged. I'm just saying. Um, but
I know a couple people.
Mm.
right, But what I am saying is that sometimes, like I said earlier, one of my deal breakers is disrespect. I don't like it. So if you my mate and you coming in, you disrespecting my mama, you disrespecting my family, and they ain't did nothing to you, it's not warranted disrespect. I have a problem with that. I have an issue with that, right? If my mama and them ain't did nothing to you, and you coming in just being you wilding out and being disrespectful, what?
I got a question about that. So if Miss Vicky did do something to him, they still don't supposed to be
Well, no,
disrespecting
no, no.
her.
Let me say this. Let me say this. My mama is off limits. We not gonna disrespect Vicky at all. Absolutely, absolutely
I'm
not.
talking about
We
what
not.
I'm just
We
going about
not
what I
doing
just heard.
that. Okay. We ain't never disrespecting Vicky. But what I am saying is, if you come in hot on
Mm-hmm.
some disrespectful stuff, if you standing up for yourself respectfully, I can get behind that. But if you're being disrespectful for no reason, I can't
No.
get behind it. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Now if somebody does something, I'm going to mention the situation. It was a part of kids, opening your kids to a healthy person is very
Mm-hmm.
important. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I dated somebody, they did something, I forgave them. They just so happened to do the thing in front of my sister. What
Over.
they did.
Over.
And
She ain't going. She ain't
my
going.
sister ain't going. My sister
She
is
ain't going.
Solange in the elevator. Do you
She ain't
understand what
going.
I'm saying? So
Solange in the elevator
at first,
all the
my
time.
sister was cool. She said, okay. She said, if that's what you still want to be with, I'ma rock with you. But if the
That
man
don't
keep
mean I
on,
gotta like the ninja. I already know.
correct. So if that's what you want to do, I'm with it. But then he started picking at her. He started it. He started picking
Mm,
at her. I'm getting on his case. Why you pick on her? She ain't had nothing to do with this situation. This is something you did. You trying to deflect from what you did, right?
mm.
So, so fast forward, my housewarming. It hit the fan. In that moment, my sister was wrong because this wasn't the time or the place to air out your grievances in my house. There was not. If I ain't got no beef with dude, at this point, whatever you need to do to keep your cool, that's what you need to do to keep your cool because you at my house.
Y'all
In
had a
public,
soulful moment.
huh?
Y'all had a soulful moment.
Oh, it was almost almost. It wasn't a cousin faith situation. It was never gonna be a cousin faith situation. But she
What
one of
they
them
call
knives
the
pulled
shot?
out
What they call
another.
the shotgun in that one movie?
Oh, almost Christmas. Listen, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good either. And so I'm having to get on both of their. I'm playing. If I got to pay referee between two people
Two
that I
grown
love and care
folks.
about, I don't
Right.
want it.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be the bigger person. Somebody got to say, "Hey, you know what, dude? I messed up. I screwed up. I shouldn't have done A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and move on. Life is too short to be holding on to unnecessary stuff." So for me, that's where the yes comes in because if you don't know how to be mature in that situation, and I'm not dating anybody in her age, she's younger than me. I'm not dating anybody in her age range. I'm dating folk who my age and older. So if you old as hell, not calling me old as hell, but I'm just saying, if you're a whole grown person and you don't know how to control your emotions in a situation and don't know how to overlook stupid stuff, I can't be with you. And additionally, my family member, you ain't finna be in my business like that. It's just not finna happen. So I have to put boundaries in place because and there are reasons why certain people in my family feel the need to protect me. I get it, but I'm also an adult. I'm out here on my own. I'm dating. Certain things I'm not going to allow to happen to me ever again. So you don't got to protect me all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be saved. Okay. So I see situations where the moms, the mothers, and the daughter-in-laws are fighting and going toe to toe. I see situations not so much with the fathers and the son-in-laws. But I see certain situations where people are not cool. Now, if you got kids involved, definitely you need to look at the character of the person that's going to be around your children. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're still raising kids, you need to look at who that person is, and you really need to evaluate that person in your life. Is this somebody that I want to be around my children? You get
That
what I'm saying?
includes your family sometimes.
Huh?
That includes your
Oh,
family
that definitely
sometimes.
includes your
I
family.
I cut
That
off a
absolutely
few.
includes your family. But that's what I'm saying. The point that I'm saying is it's a yes and no situation. Sometimes you got family that's not gonna like your mate, no matter who that mate is. They don't
Right.
care, because a lot of people are jealous because you found love and they can't seem to get it right. You know what I'm saying? They somebody's side piece, or they somebody's forgotten one, or whatever that situation looks like. Their love life, or whatever's going on in their life is just not working for them. So they're gonna come and hate on your situation. Is the person that I'm with mentally strong enough to get past that and move on and overlook those people? Because now I'm looking at your character in that situation. Everything doesn't warrant a comment. Everything doesn't warrant a response. You
Right.
ain't got to jump on nobody or assert who you are. To me, I feel like, if you pay them dust in a lot of situations, they gonna go on and move on to the next thing. You get what I'm saying? So I have to look at it from all sides with that. I'm not gonna say that they are going to be a determining factor, but if you coming in being disrespectful, it's a no for me, dog. I'm good.
Faith, though, sometimes though, something that you just said maybe 30 seconds ago, a lot of times your family too, especially with the two of you, since you guys are single, a lot of times family and friends are trying to protect you too from being the hopeless romantic, because they've seen other relationships that you haven't involved yourself with didn't work.
Yeah.
So they see the pattern in the person that
Well,
you pick. So they're
y'all,
trying to keep you see
anybody
where I'm
who
going
know
with this?
me, anybody who know me know I'm quick to walk away. If it ain't working out, I'm gonna go on about my business. I've never been that person
Well,
that
no, well,
sticks
I
But
mean,
see,
around.
I'm
that's
the
probably
total
why
opposite.
there's conflict in the beginning, because they see
Yeah.
something in the person that they saw two dudes ago, or we see something in the person that Herc is picking that we saw three women ago, and it's like, why are you repeating the same?
Not you drop your
Because
head.
you didn't like that type of person three people ago.
Yeah.
Why you with like?
Why you with this person?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes, so I had somebody tell me that I need to stop being so hard on guys. I was like, I feel like
You're
I ain't
not
been
hard
hard
on God.
enough.
I'm sorry.
What you say? What you say?
You, my friend, you are not hard on guys. You are not.
I think I'm
Uh,
not hard enough in some
one
sense.
episode somebody put on there, Faith just need to date a damn angel for heaven. That's not Faith is not complicated like that. It's
I'm not
real,
complicated.
real
Feed
simple. It's
me, make
real
me
simple.
laugh, take me
Real
out,
simple.
spend time with me.
Real
I
simple.
mean,
Simple stuff.
simple. Find a hotel with a balcony. Like, listen, I'm not a hard person to please. I'm not.
Man.
I'm
Look,
not either. You know, cook, cook, clean, have conversation. Curtis is about to say the last one. Go ahead. Go ahead, Curtis.
he waiting
Uh,
on you
Go
to
ahead.
drop to do whatever.
Go
He
ahead.
waiting.
Go
He
ahead.
waiting. I just I just
have a
feel
good
like
day. See, he wants
yeah,
her to have good.
I ain't hard to please, man.
He wants her to have good
People
head.
need to mind
That's
their
what he
own
wants.
damn business, family included, period.
That's not always easy.
Who is
Right.
this? Is this one of y'all frat brothers?
No, she's a Zeta.
Zeta, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why I saw the Chris part. I said that's why I said sister, like sorority sister. I mean, sister. Okay. So yeah,
But
that's
no, so
me.
so I'll say this. Um, it's legit not hard to please me. I have high expectations and I have things that I'm just not gonna tolerate. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to if I see something in that person, then I'm gonna see where it goes. Now, like you say you said something like, hey, you quick to cut somebody off.
I
Me,
am.
I'm the total opposite. I'll stay, I'll let somebody linger around, um, you know, be there. This,
That man said Teddy hurt. Um, so and I guess that's what the person was saying to me. Like, you be so quick to run away. I don't, and part of it is fear, right? I don't want to get hurt. That don't feel good. So if I see there's a potential for me to get hurt, I'm ready to be gone. I'm ready to be out, right? I'm out. Peace. But if I feel completely and totally 100% comfortable with you, and I don't see that, like, everything is happening, the right things are taking place. Thanks, Mika. Um, the right things are happening and taking place, and I feel completely comfortable and free. And a lot of times, we talk about hyper independency. And I really feel like I have an issue with that, right? Hey, Mika. I feel like I have an issue with that. So with me, why are you laughing? What you laughing at? Are you laughing at Curtis?
I'm not doing nothing.
What are you laughing at?
all right. So as we're recording and we're live, um, I'm playing Truth or Dare with Jasmine. And Jasmine, yes, Curtis, Jasmine, not the one I told you about Sunday. She told me to tell you hi. Well,
Okay.
actually, she said, "What's up?"
What's up, Jasmine?
What's up, Jasmine?
Faith, you
All
should
right.
be concentrating on what you should be concentrating on. That's,
I don't even understand.
damn,
Okay.
hurt.
I don't even know what happened
What?
here. Okay, so because I have an issue with that, it's hard for me to allow myself to let my guard down. So if I get in a situation where I allow my guard to be let down, this nigga's over here cracking up. I just don't even understand. How you playing Truth or Dare? You on a podcast episode?
Right.
We're playing via text. She said, "Why you saying so seductive?" Hurts.
Don't let Rashida whoop your ass. Faith, I got a
Ooh,
question.
go ahead. Go ahead, Curtis. Because we are here
We
for the
are here.
podcast. We are here.
So, what? Let me ask. You mentioned something about hurt. Hurt, not hurt. Hurt.
Yeah.
Why? Because you said the first thing, if you feel as though you're about to get hurt, you out of there. But sometimes, from my experience, sometimes you need a level of pain in order to work out a situation that you've explored together so that you can deal with it
I
together.
tried that in this last situation. It did not work.
That don't
But
mean it's not
maybe
going to work with the
right,
next guy.
right, but because and I'm gonna say this: there are certain things that I did with one person that did not work, but with the current person, it's perfectly fine and it just works and
Mhm.
it flows and it's easy going.
Yeah.
So you gotta, I think in each situationship, any type of relationship, whatever, you have to have a certain level of vulnerability, and you got to be willing to not let the past or the last person um dictate what you're gonna do for the next person. So it's one of them things. Like, so being vulnerable with this last person, yeah, that didn't work. But the next person, you should say, okay, we having an issue. Well, we have a disagreement, and instead of
Right.
just running, have that conversation, and he may say, hey, you know what? I didn't think about it
Well,
like that.
okay, so let me back up.
Without telling us all your business.
I ain't trying. I mean, I'm a transparent person, but no, I'm not naming names or anything like that. I have. I try to. I don't run like at the sign of a problem or issue. I give you the opportunity to fix it, right? So I may say, hey, I don't like this. Can we work on changing this situation? If we've had the conversation and you are hell bent on not changing the situation, that's a problem. So eventually, and it might seem quick, but if you're not willing to make a change to make me comfortable, because there are certain things that I feel like when you're in a relationship, I have to do to make you feel comfortable, right? There are certain things that I might have to not do. I might have to pull back on something. I work a lot. I work a whole lot. You know, I got to make $1 out of 75 cents. You see what I'm saying? So I'm a hustler. So I got this going on over here, that going on over there, this going on over here, and that's what I do. Especially if I'm single, I'm finna work. If somebody, hey, I need you to come bartend. I need you to come put this event together. I need you to come do it. I'm finna do it because where my man at? Where he at? You know what I'm saying? So if I don't have anybody there saying, hey, babe, we need a date night. Hey, babe, let's do blah, 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 blah. I'm gone. I'm out. If you're not saying, hey, this is something that we need to do, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But if you don't communicate that to me, saying, well, hey, let's have a date night. And I think date night is any night you choose. Don't try to come in here. And if I'm booked for a gig that week, and let's choose a night where I ain't booked. You know what I'm saying? So we can have a
No,
date night.
no, no, no.
What you mean?
The right man will say, "Hey, babe, you got something to do? You know what? I want to be with you so bad that I'm willing to come there and help you make your money. I'll help you make your money. I'll be
Right,
free labor to you. So if you need
right.
me to bring drinks in, you need me to
And
serve,
that
you need to walk the tables,
and
I'll
that
do
has
all that.
that has also been hard for me because when I have been in relationships, I've been an entrepreneur since 2012. Okay. Entrepreneur since 2012. In all of the relationships that I have been in since I have been that entrepreneur in 2012, I have yet to have a man that was in my life that said, I'm finna come help you, babe. What we finna put together? Let's go. Real
That's
talk.
common damn sense. The reason
Real
why it's common
talk.
sense, that's
Babe,
a
you got
part of
you
you.
doing
I,
this,
I
you doing
can't
this
I
pop-up
can't
shop.
relate. That's stupid. That's a
As
part
hell.
of you. I can't get you. I can't be in a relationship with you and not be in a relationship with that. That's a part of you. You build an empire based on your name.
And
So
that's
who
what
am I to not help you in that? What you thought being with me is you
and
gonna
that's what I
stop all that?
want. I want somebody I can build with. So if you don't see my dream and you can't see where I'm going with what I want multiple streams of income coming in. Get what I'm
Period.
saying? So if you ain't rocking with that,
So it's Curtis hit it right on the head. It's common damn sense.
It's common damn
Like
sense.
if if you tell me, hey, I'm an entrepreneur or I'm in school and I like you or I'm pursuing you, whatever type of way I can help or be around you, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Like that's like that's like saying, hey, I'm gonna be in school this summer and I got this class and I'm not gonna be able to talk to you. Oh no, that's not gonna work for me. What
right.
we gonna do is one, you gonna bring that book with you, and you can study here, and then I'm gonna make you take a study break so we can do X, Y, Z, not sexual. we can hang out or take your mind off that class for a minute. Then you can go do your thing, and then we going to sleep, and then we gonna do this, and then you can go back to doing whatever. But it's common damn sense. Like if you can't pursue a person and not listen to what they got going, and then be like, oh well, that ain't my motherfucking problem. That's that's dumb.
Right.
So that's a
Because
lot
you've
of we,
adopted that problem.
yeah, yeah.
There's no
So
way
I
somebody
haven't
should
had
come up
that.
to say to Faith and say, Faith, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I don't want to be in a relationship with your stuff. I don't want to be in a
Right.
relationship with your kids. I don't want to be in a relationship with your family. You can't pick and choose because all of those things are important to Faith. You can't choose not that. That's why I fell out with someone that was dear to me and my family. You can't love me and not love my wife.
Yep,
Period.
absolutely,
Period.
absolutely,
I don't fuck with you no more. Like
right.
you're not gonna love half of me. You're not gonna love my legs and hate
Yep,
my heart.
yep,
Like that shit
yep,
it don't make sense to me.
yep.
It doesn't make sense for anybody to get a relationship with you, Herc, with Faith, anybody that's single, and say, well, change this for me. Change what you like and what your desires are, because I'm not gonna support that. If those are the type of dudes that have been attracted to you, Faith, you have every right to put all their ass on the shelf, on the away team. You have every right to do that because they didn't deserve the type of person that you needed in the first place, or you'll
Yeah,
still be with them.
yeah. So that's all I'm saying. So for me, that's why uh I have to be. I feel like a lot of guys clown women for having to be the strong person. We are put in that position not because we want to be in that position. We ain't put in that position because that's what we absolutely positively want to be.
Mm.
We're put in that position because a lot of times we are forced to be put in that position. Get what I'm saying?
I feel
I'll I, I'll counter with a lot of people, or a lot of men don't understand, or they weren't taught how to be a legit
Partner.
provider,
man,
protector, or a man.
man,
And
man,
because
Man.
now look,
Curtis said,
I
man.
a man.
I love um and admire and respect single mothers. But as a single mother, you can't teach your son how to be a man.
I
He has to have
understand
some
that.
type of he has to have some type of father figure, or an uncle, a brother, a cousin.
And they have all of
Um,
it. They have
I'm
those
sorry.
figures.
Shameless plug. He needs to be in Sigma Beta Club. Something.
And he is.
So,
And he
and
is.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
general,
I
Yeah.
got
like
you.
they need that guidance, and it can't come from they mama. It got to come from a man, and it has to be a man who is strong enough to say, "Hey, this is how you're supposed to do this. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you're supposed to take care and provide, and all the things that most women won't." Because if we being 100% honest, most women, all they really want is a dude that's gonna provide for them, protect them, dig them down on a regular basis, and listen. It's not fucking hard.
To be honest, a segue to that, Faith don't want to do all the shit that she's doing. Let's be for real. So if she had somebody that would come into her life and say, "Hey, babe, I got that. I'm gonna help you with your bartending, but let's work out a plan to where you won't have to do that no more. I'll save this amount of money, and we can put this to the side, and you can work this for 2 or 3 years until we get enough money, and we can do something else." Like Faith don't want to have 80 damn jobs. Faith don't
Well,
want
Faith don't want
to.
to have 8 damn jobs, but Faith also wants multiple streams of income,
Of
right?
course, of
So
course.
Faith wants to be the boss, and Faith wants to hire people to work for Faith. That's what Faith wants to do. So
Amen.
Right. So that's what faith wants to do. So let me get this comment says man protector, provider, problem solver, and not just with money. So a lot of people think that security, we've talked about this before. A lot of people think that security means money, and that ain't what security means.
Mm-mm.
Because if you just paying the bills, but you can't provide me the comfort, you can't provide me with uh uh that protection, you can't provide me with that safety that I feel emotionally, spiritually, you can't provide me with those things. I
It's
don't care
over.
how much money you make.
It's over. It's
I
over.
don't, because true security does not have anything. I feel like the money is gonna come, it's gonna be there. If a brother got his head on the shoulder and he's doing the right thing and he's walking in integrity, he's doing those things, I think that money ain't got no choice but to come into that situation, right? So the money is okay, yeah, bills gotta be paid. I do think you can't live on love alone, because you know the way MSGW is tripping right now, okay? But additionally, I'm not going and seeking men for money. I'm not doing it. I got a job. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a man say, come on, baby, don't worry about them bills, I'm finna pay them out. Now I'm going to welcome them with open arms. Trust me, I'm not stupid. However, that's security is not money. And people think that that's all it takes. If all I do is pay these women, and you empty in a relationship, because all that lady doing is use you for your money.
Yeah, men have to. We have, and sometimes that's our fault too,
Yeah,
because we'll meet each other, and the first thing we'll ask is, "What do you do for a living?" After we ask each other our name, like we are more than the sum of our parts, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to learn in my 40s now. Like I'm more than just my damn job. If I leave my job now, I'm still Curtis. I just be Curtis without one, but I can get another one.
yep,
I with women looking at us that way too. I had to even let my wife know she had gotten comfortable with me being that type of provider. But I wanted her to realize, hey, that's not the only hat that I wear. It's nice
right,
that you can go and get muka laka
right.
puka faka faka lattes and shit. But also remember that little daddy need his rest. Sometimes I just need rest. And that's important to me too. So I totally agree. Totally agree. Like
Yeah,
you have to be emotionally invested. But that comes with men also knowing who they are
who they
as
are,
a man and
and
knowing what they need from their
yeah,
women so they can say, hey, I need this. So
yeah.
that she don't have to guess, I need this from you. And then she
Because
can say, I
and I
need this
think
from you.
that's where communication comes in, because I don't want to, just like men say, well, I don't know what you want because you're not vocal or you're not communicating, but you also don't communicate to me what you want. And men, I
Right.
think it's important that you let your mate know what it is you want. I don't understand how you in a relationship with somebody and you assume they know what you want.
I'm not a
You
goddamn moderator.
assume they know what you want.
Hey, I'm
How?
I'm still asking after 27 years. Hey, what do
How
you
you
want?
how
I
you
know y'all ain't even been together 24 months. So
right? Well, how you
you
tell
gotta
me
ask.
how could you assume what somebody want? Now let
You
me
can't.
I did say this, and we're gonna move on. That one we talking about, well, we didn't veered off of it. We were talking about family, talking about family being a deciding factor in who is your mate. I said this on one of the episodes. I talked about how I feel like if a man is paying attention to me, there are certain things that he's gonna know about me, right? So, for instance, I know y'all don't care nothing about no purses. I know y'all don't. No, y'all don't care nothing
I
about no
remember
purses,
this story.
right?
Yeah.
No, y'all don't care nothing about no purses. But if you're going to get me something, at least find out what I like before you try to get it. Don't just assume you finna get something that I'm gonna be happy with it just because you got it. Get what I'm saying? If I did date a guy who knew what I like, what kind of person I care. He knew those things. When you're paying attention to me, I feel like you actually care about me as a person. So if we're talking, we're in the talking stage, and you know, Faith's favorite coffee from Starbucks is a caramel macchiato. Faith, when Faith feel a little tickle in her throat, she love the medicine ball tea from Starbucks, right?
Amen.
Faith's favorite flowers are sunflowers or daisies. You know, if I'm telling you this, Faith's favorite color is blue. You know, I'm telling you these things, and we're having this in conversation. So if you want to do something nice for me, I might have had a bad day or something, right?
Yeah.
And you decide, let me surprise her with something. You
I'm gonna
know,
bring you some Tiger ladies and a Prada purse with a Gucci bag. Fuck your whole world up because I want you to get exposure to new things.
and I don't have I don't have a problem with the new thing of theory, but if you're going to surprise me with something, or you're gonna do something nice for me, if I have been dating you for a year, I expect you to know something that I like. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't got to know everything, because I think you learn about people every day. But if I've been dating you for, you should at least know my favorite color is blue. Let me go find something blue. Let me get her some blue roses. Roses might not be her favorite flower, but the thought in that man learned that my favorite color was blue. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the things. Are you paying attention to me when we have conversations? Because on the flip side of that, I knew what that person liked. And when it was time for me to show improve, or time for me to do things, I made sure I did things that I knew that he liked.
But
For
remember,
him,
you can't charge everybody with your attentiveness.
I can't. I absolutely can't. But on the flip side of that, if you're going to be a good mate, you gotta pay
To
attention
you,
to your mate.
You what
to
I
you.
that
think anybody.
what no to anybody. You got
I
like
think
so
anybody.
that I think that goes back to being that goes back to communication. That goes back to listening. That goes back to being intentional. Because like if I know you, anybody who knows me like right now knows I'm real simple. If you wanna buy me something, if you wanna give me something, Sigma, podcast, workout. One of those three things.
Yeah.
Um, get you in the door. Like, and FYI, my birthday, couple weeks. If y'all want to give me something, Sigma stuff, workout clothes, podcast equipment. So I thought it out there.
Yeah.
But because we've had conversations, because we're talking, because you're paying attention,
to
you know that.
what it is that we're discussing and talking about, because you absolutely, I listened to what she was saying, so I understand the assignment. I ain't saying you got to know, I ain't saying you got to make 100 on the test every time. I need you to know something. This is a great point, because y'all know y'all sports. I do too, because I like the football and I like the basketball. But if a man can learn about every player in the NFL, he can learn about his woman. If you can sit up and play Madden, and you know what this player does, who team he got traded to, you know, oh, he got such and such rushing yards. Why is it so hard for you to learn and have a conversation with your mate and find out what it is that she likes, what she's into, what she don't like? To me, that doesn't it depends on if he's a gift giver as well. Everybody does not have the love language of extra service. Let me say this though. It ain't even about a gift. Get what I'm saying? It's not, because here's the thing. If it's things that I like, I could like movies. I like going to the drive-in theater. I love going to the drive-in movies. I used to, when I was a kid, my mom used to take us. We used to get the lawn chairs. We sit on the back of a pickup truck. That was fun for me. I like going to the drive-in movie theater, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
fun for me now. As in my adult years, I like going for different reasons. But but
Ah,
but I like going to the drive-in movie theater. It ain't about a gift. You get what I'm saying? I'm not always looking for gifts, but here's the flip side of that is if somebody is giving you gifts and you accepting them, nigga, you need to be doing the same thing. If your
agreed.
woman is going out of her way to do the things for you, yeah, that might not be your love language, but if you know that's your mate's love, and that's the other part of that. If I know that that's my mate's love language, that's a part of learning your mates. Cause why are you with that person if that ain't if you can't get with their love language, why is that your person? I don't understand it. I don't.
So
Because you do a little compromising when you're in a relationship with somebody.
you do like so. I know for me, one of my love languages is um physical touch, and if I'm talking to somebody and off bat I ask you, hey, what are your love languages? And you tell me acts of service, words of affirmation, uh,
So we just
gift
walking in the
giving.
dark, huh?
Right. I don't know what Curtis doing. But if I tell you my top one is, hey, my top love language is physical touch and words of affirmation, and you tell me outside, hey, I don't like hugging or I don't like kissing, why we
Girl,
still
you
talking?
in a relationship, you don't like no hugs and kisses.
Why we
Who
like
the
like
what?
Grant, like, look, I'm losing. I get all that, but at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be a big fluffy teddy bear. If you tell me you don't like hugging and cuddling,
You
why are
answer
you
the
even talking to
same.
me?
Teddy Herc.
Teddy Herc.
Teddy Herc. Yeah. So I don't get it. I don't understand. I feel like we need to have conversations. We need to learn each other.
Yeah.
We have to have we gotta have not the Grinch. We gotta have conversations and we gotta learn our mates. It's not just about and here's the how you having sex and you don't like to touch nobody. That bothers me. How you doing to do it? You don't like to touch them. You got to touch to have sex. I don't know. I don't
Do
like
you
it.
though? Do you though?
Well,
I mean,
Okay, y'all doing
you ain't got to do a
y'all
lot of touching. It's
not a
just, hey,
lot of time,
doing.
yes.
I don't know what y'all done figured out. That man said, "Tickle me, hurt."
hey, block him.
He on your page.
Hey, go play in traffic.
Not gonna play
My,
the traffic. All right, this
my.
last topic, Lord, because we're gonna be up all night. Um, what is your forgiveness style? So I saw this video of this young lady, and she was saying, and she had questions. That fool said, "Vroom." It's something wrong with this man. Vroom. Hold on. You do have to. Yep. You do have to touch that part. It miss.
Touch,
Oh Lord.
touch me on my inside part. Call my name.
Okay, so I saw this video on TikTok. This young lady was saying, she said when she forgives people, if they do her wrong, she forgives them, but she cuts them off. She ain't got to deal with them. She said she got a friend um that forgives people and she still loves them the same. She still deals with them, but it makes her angry because it's like, I'm still loving you the same, but you did what you did to me. And so is that true forgiveness? If you cut people off, are you truly forgiving them? Or if you still deal with the people, but you angry because you have to deal with those people because of whatever they did to you, the hurt, the pain, whatever was caused, is that true forgiveness? That was her question. Um, I'm gonna
I
let y'all.
think I think when you forgive people, you have to forgive them for what they did, but never forget.
You're
Okay.
not gonna.
So
If ever you get married, you're not gonna stay married long.
I mean, so when I say forget, when I say don't forget, I don't mean bring it up um every time we have an argument or
Then forget it.
like reference it.
Then
Well,
forget it. If it's not a
I,
reference point in your
So
past of when
okay,
you
because
got
here's the
burned,
thing that I
then
noticed
okay.
forget it.
You well, you are right. So okay. So let me start. Okay. If you're gonna truly forgive somebody for whatever they did, you have to let it go. So if that's a form of forgiveness. I mean forgetting. So you gotta let it go. Like if it like prime example. I had to forgive one of my close well he's a close friend. If I'm
you had
truly
to
going
question that though. I heard it in your tone. See that look? You
Right.
had to question
Because he just even in that moment, he stepped right back in in the past in that incident that happened to him. So even though he forgave him, did he? Did he?
in that instance, in the moment, yes. Have I done the work to say I truly forgive that person and I'm able to let it go? No. But to truly, if I'm gonna truly forgive him with all that is right, then I have to be able to say, hey, it happened, we're moving past it, and this is where we are from this point on. That's how you truly forgive somebody, in my opinion. Am I like that? No.
Why bring it up then?
Because
come
that's how
on,
you're
Curtis.
supposed to do it.
Come on, Curtis.
Look,
What you
I'm
got?
giving y'all how y'all supposed to do it. I never said I was doing
He
it.
said, I didn't say
That's how you
I
supposed.
did it. I
Right,
said this is the right way to do it. Okay, go
right.
ahead,
Do
Curtis.
do as I say, not as I do.
Boy, you trash. You
He
just
wild. He wild
trash.
out there.
You trash, Herc. Oh, I love him. To me, it's just forgiveness is one of those things that you have to have a forgetful heart too. So there are a lot of things that I have done to people that I want to be forgiven and forgotten about for. And there are a lot of things that people do to me that I need to forgive and forget them on so that because it's really about power for me. I need to be able to have power over my own emotions, over my own mind, over my own thoughts when it comes to this person. Um, I haven't now I do understand people.
He said he's not that far. His walk
I'm not
is.
that far. I hear you. I do. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like emotional stuff. I'm not talking about auntie that molested you when you were 5 years old type. Like that's on to me that's on a different realm of forgiveness and power and what goes on with the thoughts in your head because that also comes with trauma.
Does.
Now I'm talking about those instances that don't create trauma but they
Yeah.
create drama.
Yeah.
Now those drama instances, it's like when you really think about it, shit that me and Rashida argued about 15 years ago, and I don't even remember that shit. Like
Right.
it's like, so why would I sit up there and hold a grudge for a week? I don't even remember what I was mad for 15
Yeah.
years ago for a week. It because then it don't even it's senseless. It really don't even matter. So in order to get my mind back so that I can move on the spiritual side, get my blessing, because my Bible teaches me that I don't get my blessing
Yeah.
unless I forgive people.
Yeah.
I have to walk in the forgiving spirit. But Curtis being Curtis, Like, I don't want that plague in my mind that every time I see you, you have that power over me, that I have to think about something that you did to me and I haven't let it go, but you living your best life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
want that on my
Yeah.
conscience neither.
Yeah.
So when it comes to drama, I'm 100% down with that. When it comes to trauma, that's something
That's
totally
totally
that
different.
yeah, that I ride the fence with that because I have to give sympathy and sometimes empathy to the person that's going through that because that's not my struggle at all.
So my mom used to say all the time, she still says it to this day, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Goodbye. Hey,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
So for me, it really depends on what it is that has been done. Right. Um, I know that there have been situations where people have done something to me or wronged me, and I might have forgiven them, but I had to take a step back. So our our relationship has had to change because you crossed the boundary that was set, and and a lot of times in certain situations, that person wasn't sorry for the boundary that they crossed, right?
Hmm.
There are people that I gave an opportunity and a chance to fix what they broke, right? And they didn't. So I'm not a believer in allowing somebody to continue to disrespect or cross boundaries with me. Like if I set a boundary and I said this is not what I'm going to tolerate, and you continuously, I give you a chance, I give you opportunity, and you continue to cross that boundary, we don't have to ever cross paths again. We don't.
How many chances do you give somebody?
It depends on the situation. It depends on how deep that relationship is. If it's a random person I'm just getting to know, I just met or whatever, I don't know you from John, I can get over it. I can move on. I probably don't hang out with you anyway, right? But if it's a family member, if it's a close friend, if it's somebody that I've spent time, energy, space with, and connected with on a deeper level, it really depends on what it is that they've done. If it's something small, I'm an extremely forgiving person when it comes to small things, okay? But if it's something big, it's gonna cause me harm. You have caused me harm. You did things that put me in harm's way. Certain things like that. I don't have to deal with that. So I'm a very big believer in you can forgive somebody, but they don't have to be in your life in the same capacity that they were in. You can get demoted to acquaintance to a person. I can act like we ain't never met and keep it pushing. I'm keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
Um,
true.
and
That's true.
so it just really depends on what happened and what took place. But for me, I don't want to walk in this life with unforgiveness in my heart. So even if I don't deal with you in the same capacity, because forgiveness doesn't mean I got to spend time and space with you anymore. That's not what forgiveness means. Because a lot of times people who do things to you and they're intentionally causing you harm, pain, whatever, whether it's emotionally, physically, whatever, they not finna change their stripes. I believe people can change, but a lot of people, if you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile, right?
Hmm.
So in that instance, if you gonna continue to take this mile, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, I'm giving you the inch, I'm good, dog. You can be over there, I can be over here. I forgive you, but I can forgive you from afar. I can love you from afar, and I can keep it pushing. Do I remember what happened? Depending on how fresh it is. Some stuff is petty. Sometimes we fall out over the pettiest things that all you gotta do is have a conversation and squash it. A lot of times you can agree to disagree and move forward and move on, right? A lot of us don't do that. We deal with petty situations and issues. Family do that. That's a big thing in family.
Big
We
thing.
fall out with family members over crazy stuff, right? But um, but if it's a somebody who professes to love me and they betray me in a way that I just, you know what, I can't get with that. I'm a distance myself from that because I don't want to give you the opportunity to do that again. I can forgive you. You get what I'm saying? If I see you in crossing and passing, I'm not gonna keep bringing it up. We ain't gonna have a conversation or discussion about unless you want to apologize for what it is that you did. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I can speak. What's up, dog? You good? All right. It's been real. I see you when I see you and keep it
Hey,
pushing.
you build different though.
Huh?
You build different though.
I mean,
Cause you the type of person. Cause I've heard you say, "Oh, we that's so and so. What's up, friend?"
what's up, dog?
Mm-mm.
And keep it pushing.
But that was on another subject, though.
It was on another
The
subject.
subject for that was you breaking up and still being friends. She's talking about forgiveness and what that looks like to a person that was in the friend zone. Now it's gonna be an acquaintance. And that's different. She can
Yeah,
do it
you
with
can get
both.
demoted to acquaintance to I don't never have to see you again.
Right.
You can
And I,
because it depends on what it is, it depends on what you do. There are people who are because they are hurting, they intentionally inflict hurt and pain on other people. That's just
Hmm.
that's what they do. So I don't
and
want
I
to go through that.
Sometimes unconsciously. They do it unconsciously.
Right, because they
and
And
don't
see
know.
right.
and see I don't think in me and this is just me. I think the biggest thing with me is I'll allow somebody
Yeah, I agree.
to quote unquote play in my face and continues to let them play in my face and just be naive. And everybody else is like, why are you letting this person do that? Why do you keep why? Because and I guess it's because I always try to see the good in people, but I've had to take a step back and say, okay, everybody ain't good. Everybody's supposed to be around you. Everybody's not gonna be your friend. Everybody's not gonna be an acquaintance. Like people, some people just shouldn't have access to you. And at that point, it's time to let them go.
It's time to let them go.
No, it's because they shouldn't have access to you. It wouldn't have been allowed in the first place. Even your enemies, you can learn from her. Sometimes you need those lessons. That's what we were talking about with pain earlier. Like sometimes you need those lessons to teach you of how you should be treating other people because
Well,
it's allowed to happen to you because you let
Well,
that person into your life.
here's the thing though. If I'm being nothing but good to you, if I'm being a friend to you, I got your back 100%. You know,
Hmm.
when I love people, they family. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? You
Yeah.
you know me. You know that about me. If
Yeah.
I love you, you are family. So whatever it is that you need, I got your back and I'm there for you. If you constantly throwing shit in my face, no,
Yeah.
you no longer deserve access. And I don't have to subject myself to that constantly over and over and over again. I shouldn't be allowed to be subjected to that.
No. I'm saying, but it was allowed. Until they do it over and over and over again, you don't know.
Well, that's
That I'm
why
talking about
but
the
see,
lesson and the
and see,
repetition. That's all.
but see, that's my issue. They
Right.
certain people will do it over and over and over and over again,
until
and
you be
instead of
like,
me
you
saying,
out.
but no, even but see, that's the difference. You will go this. I'll be like, well,
Cause I
what's
cause
wrong
I
with you?
think when people are hurting you, I think that's a form of trauma. I you know, because that whatever that person did now, some certain things might not be that deep, but some things are deeper than others, right? So if somebody is gonna continue to what the people say, play in your face, I'm out. I don't deserve that. You get what I'm saying? If I'm being nothing but
Hmm.
a good person to you, I'm showing you I got your back. And let me also say this. I'm tired. Let me say this right now of trying to prove myself to folk who don't deserve that. Who don't deserve it. I shouldn't have to be bending over backwards for somebody who ain't gonna spit on me if I was on fire. That is not in a lot of times in friendships, I see that a lot. You have a lot of people who are there for people that have a back and them folk, they using the people for whatever it is, they dealing with whatever they have to, and I can't be there for you and be there for me too. Every time you call me, I got your back, but if I call you, you ain't. Oh, you know what? I got something to do. I can't buy a click. No. Who wants to that one-sided situation? I can't do one-sided. I
Well,
can't. I'm a
let me
reciprocity type of person.
let me speak from being one sided though. I'm a one sided person. I'm a giver, and people are quite naturally going to, what other people think they're going to quite naturally use me.
Yeah,
But I have the power of discernment.
right.
So I have the capability because I'm one of those people that I can tell people's nature from initial interactions, like what type of spirit they're going to be for me. In order for me to get sometimes the things that I need to help other people, I will sacrifice the time that I need to be in a relationship with them in order to get. Thank you for turning that off, Rashida. In order to get the things that I
That
need for
girl said,
someone
"Do you
else.
know how much the light bill is?"
So hey,
Oh,
Rashida. So hi.
hi,
Hey.
Sheeta.
Yeah. Go to bed. Okay. So it's sometimes because the way I look at it, if I was a jackass, people would use me. If I'm a giver, people gonna use me because people are gonna be advantageous no matter what type of character you have. That's how
Not
I look
cupcakes
at
and
it.
cookies. Uh huh.
So it's uh it's it's weird to the one thing I don't want you to do. By the way, segue for the person that's been listening. Faith is big on disrespect. We've had 3 topics so far, and she's brought up that word 3 times.
I
So if
just
you're
don't like
listening,
it.
disrespect is probably what was the main trigger the last 2 relationships.
I can't
So
do
don't
the
do that shit.
disrespect.
But
No, I
but
cannot.
it's just for me. I know I figured out who I was around 30 years old and why I was placed on this earth. And what I didn't want to do was change me for a temporary purpose on somebody else's heart. So if
Right.
I'm going to be a giver, I'm going to be a giver whether this person is a dick toward me or not. I'm still supposed to be a giver. If I have a forgiving heart, I'm going to have a forgiving heart no matter how
I ain't
Susie
say I
Ann
wasn't
or
gonna give Curtis.
no,
That
no,
ain't
no.
what I
I know what
said.
you mean. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. I just don't want it. I just don't want it that I don't want people to harden their hearts on who they are and they forget who they are because one person changed their
No,
concept and they
I'ma
use
still
that
be
as a
me.
shield. You know what I'm
I'ma be,
saying?
but I'ma be mean for the person that deserves me. That's all I'm saying.
Right,
What
right,
I'm
right.
saying is, I am a giver. I'm a giving person. I have a good heart.
Right.
So whatever you need, again, you family. I treat everybody like family. So what I'm saying to you is, until you give me a reason to not treat you like family, you gonna get the love, you gonna get the this, you gonna get the that, you gonna get the family treatment. The minute you show me family ain't it, you outside of the circle of trust. I don't have to. I don't believe that I could still be a giving person, but
Mm-hmm.
there are certain people that you don't get to experience that in me anymore. You don't get to experience it because you shown me there's no appreciation behind it. There's no reciprocity. We're not gonna get anywhere. So for me, I'ma still be nice. I'ma still be cool. I love you from afar, and I can do. Chad McClose, and I can do that. Okay, I can love you from afar. You get what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
where I am with that. I don't block people. I fall in love with people. They don't get blocked off my social media. They don't get blocked from the phone. I blocked my first person at the end of last year. I don't never block nobody. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah.
Because it was gonna be a repeated cycle of stuff not stop. It was gonna keep going on. I had to stop the madness. So, hey, access denied. I don't have to pull myself through. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm still not a blocker. I'm not gonna make it a habit of block. Like I know people who block folk regardless, unfollow, unfriend, whatever. I don't do that. That's not a first of all, I got too many people on my little list to be trying to find you in a thing and do the search. That's too much energy. I ain't got time for all that.
No.
But if you're constantly doing things that are intentionally being disrespectful and intentionally being hurtful, your access is denied. I can't get behind it. I can't get with it. I refuse to, as a matter of fact. So yes, I'm nice. Yes, I'm sweet. But if you think you can run over me, and it's a lot of stuff I be peeping. It ain't that I'm giving you a chance because I'm trying to see the good in you. I be peeping stuff. So little by little, I start to pull away. Okay. In a situation where I've invested time, I've invested energy, I'm gonna try to give you the benefit of the doubt until I can't give you the benefit of the doubt no more. That's how I know I'm not, I do not have to be in spaces where I am not wanted, appreciated, celebrated. I don't have to be in those spaces. And I'm not going to be in those spaces. If you can't get with the program, okay, baby, you can go on over there to the other program, the slow program, the short bus, wherever you need to go. You go on over there, right? I'm straight over here.
Heifer,
So
did you just say the short
I
bus?
did, because there's some short bus shorties out there. It is. It really, really is. It is.
Nah,
it
nah.
it is. So so what I'm saying is I don't think everybody has to continue. There are some situations that are petty that you need to have a conversation, and you need to get past it. I believe in
Mhm.
it. I wholeheartedly believe it. I don't think everything warrants people disappearing. I think people
Right.
glorify disappearing on people. I think people glorify cutting people off. That we live in this. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna block, and people are blocking. Then unblock, block it. What? Why? If you block them, stand 10 toes down. Stand on your business. You
Stand
you
on
block them,
business.
right?
And it's because they can't stand on there because they actually need that person.
Or they actually really love that person, but whatever that
They
person
need them.
did hurt them. Whatever the
Hmm.
reason may be.
Then talk about the pain. Get it like you said.
But
Just
that's
talk
and
about
but
the
what I'm
pain.
saying is we don't have conversations about that. We're not open about, hey, what you did made me feel like this.
Right.
We're quick to try to get revenge, try to get back. I'm gonna try to make you feel the hurt and pain that I felt.
Hmm.
Or somebody else did something to me, so I'm gonna take it out on the person that cares about me the most. Make that make sense? It don't, right? So
Right.
all I'm saying is that if I don't have to subject myself to unnecessary drama or trauma, because I like peace, right? I don't want it. You keep that over there where you at. You do that. You do you. I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, say, look at that comment that Anthony said.
I saw that. I posted it. That man said the devil don't show up with fire and pain. He started with cupcakes and cookies. And yes, you can have a spirit of discernment. And I think red flags are there initially
Hmm.
when you start dating. However, we overlook those things a lot of times. What they do, they come a wolf in sheep clothing. A lot of times people do come like that. People come with 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 intentions of messing up.
Can we talk about true story?
Huh?
Can we talk about true story? So Herc and I have
Oh Lord.
experienced this same thing. We have instance where this was a bruh who was going through, and Herc was being Herc, and we were trying to help him, and he was just nasty to Herc, just nasty,
He was
doing the
mean to
whole
you.
just nasty to Herc, doing the whole time. And Herc, I'm gonna be totally transparent. Herc did nothing to this person but exist. That's it. So it came to a point where me being the person that I am, I am the resolver. Like I'm trying to smooth things over with people. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about this. Let's address this. Let's put it out there. You did this, and we do not like it. Type of conversations. I
Yeah.
don't mind having hard conversations.
Right.
Right? Herc went on to totally let this person go. So, but I was still walking with that person towards change while trying to change Herc's mind about the pain that he was experiencing, right? Because we're supposed to be bros. And that's the mature thing to do, right?
Has it been changed, Turk?
So here recently,
I don't think so. Oh, this
here,
look. Oh my
here,
God.
here recently, what we did was, so me and another one of my dear brothers, we were like, hey, fuck him. Like, he can bury himself. We don't even care. He can be on fire. We won't piss on him, type of thing.
Now he can bury
That's a
himself.
lot for somebody like me to say.
Right.
A lot. Like, you had to, at that point, I was like, if you're not going to provide, I got like you, Faith. If you're not going to provide happiness to the team, and you're going to be this enemy, if you want to be an enemy, we will treat you like an enemy. And I don't have to like it. I love my enemies, but I don't have to like you being around me. I don't have to like God. Let God love you. I'm gonna love
Try
you.
Jesus.
Try
Please don't try
Jesus.
me.
Don't try me. So at that point, I cut it off until when this person comes around, I see. Like, I can be like you. What up, fam? Guy in the
Period.
face type of thing. I don't remember now. I don't like you. I'm that type of person,
Yeah.
right? But then when I saw the anguish in Herc's eyes, and I was like, no, I have to change this because Herc isn't going to do it on his own. And every time this person comes around, he's going to re-experience that pain. So I had to bring myself back into saying, Herc, how do we as a family get past this so we can be a family? And I even made Herc talk to him to
How did
to
this take place? Herc is over
and
here shaking his head. Poor baby.
because he didn't want to do it because it's hard for men to say, hey bro, you hurt me and this is how you hurt me. It's
Yeah.
hard for us to say that, but
Yeah.
when we do, the whole monkey releases off of our back, and then we can start healing. Then Herc was telling me and the other brothers that it hurt him, but he wasn't telling the source, and that what the
Yeah.
problem was. So once he told the source, it healed a whole lot of wounds. Hurt didn't feel good by doing it at the time, but I can see now in a recent engagement that we had with this person, Hurt did a whole lot better to reach out and to be able to engage with this person. They were talking, we were having fun, and it worked out the way Hurt needed it to work out. So with that being said, I feel you in every like forgiveness also is in phases. Like some people can forgive right away. Like we know this dude that knew this guy was gonna turn him into the folks and go to hell and back for him, and he still let him in his clique. Ask Jesus. Still let him in. He knew it. Still let him in his clique. That's all I'm saying. So sometimes we have to invite trouble to get our glory sometimes.
I don't want trouble, baby. I just keep your trouble over there. I don't want it.
Her create her
I've been through
creates his
too
own
much in my
trouble.
life. It's time to enjoy it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm good on that. I don't want no more trouble. I want no more struggle situations. Keep your struggle over there.
Faith,
um,
a man born of a woman is finish the
listen to
rest.
what I
Finish
understand
the
what I'm
rest.
saying. Listen to where I'm going. I need work to be done. That's what I want. It
Yes, ma'am.
I need the work to be done. And
Yes, ma'am.
and in conversation, I can tell where work has been done and what work has not been done, right? If somebody's self-reflective and they know, hey man, this ain't something I should be doing, or I probably shouldn't have done A, B, C, D, F, G. Okay, cool. We don't have to do that. But if I don't see growth and change in situation, and let me say this, there have been people that I had not talked to, and they came back around, and we in a different place in our lives, and forgiveness flowed. Not that I didn't forgive them at that point in time, I just didn't deal with them. And so there is not I'm not a person that's so hardened that we can't come back from it. But I need a minute sometimes from certain situations. And so I'm not gonna say the person that I said that I caught at Applebee's with the other girl, we the best of us. We every time I go back to her, we drinking buddies. Hey, put that on his tab. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? So
Herc said he ain't going.
right. It's
Ain't
not
no homie.
that's the homie.
You can't be the
Because
smash burger and then the homie.
huh? What you say? What you say?
You can't be the smash burger and then be the homie special. That's what Herc said.
That's the homie. The homie is happily married. That's the homie. That's the homie. I ain't never got to go
Look
back
at his
to that
face.
again.
Look at his face.
One thing about us Libras is we ain't got to revisit that no more.
We don't.
When we through.
We done.
Period. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to revisit that place no more. And I can be cool and I can move on. Right? So it really depends on the situation. That wasn't finna be my forever person. I understood that. Was not. There's somebody I dated in college. And we wasn't gonna be no forever person. I ain't studying for Herc right now.
Yeah, Herc being messy without saying a word.
I will say this. You, and when I say you, I mean Curtis.
It means
Curtis. Put me in a position to where I had to talk to this person.
Oh, he back on this.
I forgave the person. I'm cool with said person.
Okay.
That's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to the ends of earth for him. If you fuck with him, you fuck with me.
Okay.
However.
Because I knew that was coming.
You get with new Herc.
Not with new Herc.
New Herc.
You get one chance.
Oh, new Herc. I didn't know that this evolution happened, Faith. I'm sorry.
Hey, I've been trying to tell y'all for weeks. You get one chance. That this is your everybody deserves a second chance. So this is his second chance.
He got one more time, Curtis. He got one more time. He got one more time.
And I'm gonna be honest. Curtis is probably gonna be the one. If he do something, the first person, Curtis, XYZ happened. Keep him away from me, or it's gonna end bad. And then it's on Curtis.
Maybe y'all need to just fight one good time, and then
I want to set up a boxing ring so bad and just
I'm just saying. Sometimes
I want to set it up so bad.
Sometimes a little fight. Get it out your system.
Little sparring.
Go
ahead and get it over.
That's not gonna work for this particular person.
It's not.
Because if that happens, I'm not the only person that's gonna want to spar with him.
Oh, other people hate him too. Okay.
And won't even hate him. It's just the simple fact that if you put that person in a ring and say, hey, y'all spar, I may go first.
And he's gonna have to last a couple of rounds with a couple of bros.
He gonna have to hold his own.
How many people don't like this boy? How he make it in?
the questions that we have, Faith, that are so
Nepotism,
unanswered,
I'm confused. Like, what happened?
so unanswered, so so unanswered. And yet, I still say to this day, we needed that type of controversy with us in order for us to learn about each other, get closer to each other, and help us grow. We wouldn't have, without that conflict, we wouldn't have learned each other the way we needed to in order to grow within this organization. It would have been impossible.
Oh,
Because
child.
we wouldn't have had that devil. We would have just had, it would have been the Smurfs. But the Smurfs had Gargamel too. They knew about each other once Gargamel and Astriel came. When they came in, they had to team up and be able to get through that
Wait a
travesty
minute,
so none of their little ass
Patrick.
can get ate up.
Does the brother look like Gargamel? I'm confused. Gar-
Don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing. Let it go. Let
okay.
God. Let it
All
go.
right. All right. We'd have been on here for 2.5 hours.
2.5.
This has been very fun. I thank you guys for joining. Foley is out with the key. I'm sure he home now, but y'all know how track meets go. They all day. My child
Yeah.
did not have to run today. He does have to run Thursday. I don't know how he's gonna get there. We're gonna pray on that and
Ooh.
see if his godmama can get him. Because for whatever reason, it's a Catholic school. I keep forgetting. So the Catholic school, right? The children are out. It's like they got another spring break, right? It ain't just out for Good Friday. They out Thursday, Friday, and Monday. So how you got to track me on a day ain't no school is
Oh.
above me now. So I
Mm.
gotta figure out if
The
it's God.
region ain't Catholic. The regional conference ain't Catholic.
Why we signed up for it? That's what I'm asking. Okay, so
I
so what
understand.
I'm saying is that I gotta figure out how he gonna get there to go run and win the race. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully his godmama can come and get him and take him and be out there with him because I'm gonna be at work. Uh, but we are gonna wrap this up. We will be back next Tuesday. Somebody will be here. Somebody will be here next Tuesday for another round of Talk to Me Tuesday.
Hey,
We'll
we'll do
see.
that thing. We'll do that thing for you.
Okay.
Maybe,
I
Herc,
maybe,
don't know.
maybe we'll
I
Herc,
invite out.
don't
Why don't
know.
we invite
Herc
out
might be
3?
booed up.
You gonna be booed up?
Nah.
I'm not gonna be booed up. I'm not.
Y'all
Should be.
boo at the house with you. Stop.
Right.
Yeah.
No. So next week, real talk. Next week, Sunday is WrestleMania night 2. So don't talk to me. Let's talk about wrestling. Monday, we going to Rhodes with the brothers to see some New Sigma's Cross. Tuesday, I was looking at jumping back on here with you. Also, my oldest daughter will be here for the week because she goes to go to Alabama, and for whatever reason, they get out for Mardi Gras, but now this is their actual spring break, which is the craziest stuff I've ever heard in my life. But
In
she'll be here
April
next week,
Fool?
huh?
Ain't school almost out?
It is. So she's on spring break next week, so she'll be here.
Okay.
So Tuesday I'll probably hop on with you, and then Wednesday is round 2 of the live auditions on Herc's World.
Yes.
So if anybody wants to tune into that, it'll be Wednesday at 7:30, round 2 of the live auditions on Herc's World. Pray for my pockets because this child is not even here, and she has texted me 8,006 things that she
What she
wants to
wants
do
to
while
do.
she's in Memphis,
Yep.
and I don't
Okay.
have money. So I'm gonna
No, no,
send
no,
her
no,
to
no.
her Uncle Curtis and let her spend
Oh,
his.
look at how he looked. Look at how he looked. He said, wait a minute, huh?
Look, she gonna have to go to Uncle Curtis, Uncle Storm, Uncle Cavius. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send her Uncle Joe house, and they're gonna have to figure it
Yeah,
out.
send it to your link. Don't send it to me.
I
your
know Uncle
link,
Curtis.
your link got some money.
Dang.
Okay. You
God
know
out here
what?
calling and
You know
cheering
what?
on.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna dignify that with a response.
Well,
Because I pay for my
Okay.
own life jacket.
Well, I thank you guys again for joining us. Make sure you are following Herc's World and I keep getting tongue tied.
The collect
So you getting
the
tongue tied too.
content, the TCCE
Collective
network. Yeah.
Col- Content Collective Network.
It's the
Mm-mm.
Collective Creative
Mm-mm.
Entertainment Network. I think I got that right.
Collective Creative Entertainment. That's right.
Okay.
The
So make sure
Collective
y'all
Creative Entertainment Network. There you
register for that. They have some great stuff on there, like Herc's World. They have In the Gym. They have other shows, Bigger Than Me or Bigger Than Memphis. Is Bigger Than Memphis or Bigger Than Me?
Bigger than Memphis.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Bigger Than Memphis podcast over there. So make sure y'all check that out and go support Keisha J. Thank you, Curtis, for jumping on to be messy tonight. Uh, Make sure
I
y'all
love
are
you.
following the Unpopular Truth podcast and Foley over there with the Unpopular Truth podcast, as well as Cocktail Therapy, the podcast. We don't have any new episodes airing this week. I got to get back in my bag of recording, and we'll be releasing some new episodes soon. That's all, folks. Follow me, follow everybody. Herc, what's up?
Can I? Well, I'm gonna wait till you're done because I like ending it with my
Oh
little.
yeah, you like to do your favorite, your thing. Make sure y'all follow everybody on here. And hit us up. Any topics y'all want discussed. I think one night we're gonna do a free for all. That means we're gonna have to have like participation. And so any topic that y'all want, we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna get out here and get our little opinions on it and all that good stuff. And Herc, we're gonna let you take us out.
As always, if you're working on it, you gotta crawl for you can walk for you can run, and man, run before you can fly. I am the Big Hurt, aka your girlfriend's favorite podcast host, and if she says I'm not,
That
that host
beautiful
fire.
liar.
And remember, you can do whatever you want to do in life as long as you put your mouth to it.
Your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right. Good night.